Da, 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 da.
La 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 la.
La,
La
la,
la
la.
la. You sing.
It keeps pausing the recording. Oh,
Are
okay.
you
Oh,
recording again now?
it's showing
Recording
that you're
now.
recording. Yeah,
I
yeah,
mean, as long as
record.
you're recording it. Yeah.
Yeah, it is recording.
Okay. Let's sing it all together. So let's do if everybody can mute themselves and we'll do the call and response thing.
Do you want it muted?
No, I don't know what.
Yes, please. If we could have it muted just for a second. We'll sing it all together here. So I'll sing a line, you sing a line back. Don't worry, because thank you, brilliant. All right.
When I'm lost,
When I'm weary, when the weight of the week,
is bringing me down.
I know you'll be there. I know you'll be there.
Side by side, side by side,
Side by side,
side by side,
Side by side, side by side,
side by side.
side by side. If I need a smile
or inspiration,
To hear a bad joke.
or sing a song,
I know you won't be there.
I know
you'll be there.
side by side, side by side,
Side by side,
side by side,
Side by side, side by side,
side by side.
side by side.
Hi, I'm Eloise and I'm an Instagram travel blogger who can't actually do any travelling right now. So lockdown's been quite a surreal experience for me, I think. Officially I live in London. I bought a flat here a couple of years ago, and in all that time this is the first time I've actually been in my flat long enough to know things like where the spoons live. How do I not know that about my own house? So it's been quite a time of it's been quite frightening and quite worrying, and there are a lot of things going on in the world right now that we really wish weren't, but there have also been things in my experience anyway that have been genuinely quite funny and unpredictable. Like when lockdown first started, the shop down the road from my house, the only one in walking distance, sold out of every carbohydrate known to man, like everything, except for frozen potato smiley faces. So I was living on these things 4 weeks, and I can honestly say, without any doubt at all, I hate frozen potato smiley faces now. I hate them. But I also can't say that anymore, because in a really bizarre twist of Instagram fate, the company that make these smiley faces stumbled across me talking about this on my Instagram, and as a result they've offered to sponsor all my lockdown content, all of it. And I couldn't believe it. I was like, I couldn't have written this if I'd tried. I never could have seen that coming. And there's been so many things that I wouldn't have expected that have actually been positive experiences out of lockdown. Like, I've actually had time to reflect on some of the trips that I've had rather than just zooming off to the next place. Like this time last year, I was in Saudi Arabia. I was getting a tour around the palace from Princess Aphrodite. She showed me around herself. And I've actually managed to sit down and appreciate that that's amazing. That's an amazing experience, an amazing person to meet. And so many people don't get to do that at all, let alone as a job. So I've managed to sit here and think, actually, I've been quite lucky with my life, and I wouldn't change it for the world.
Oh, how do you do? I'd like to introduce myself. I am Alan Smith, but in the woods I am known as Weasel. The reason I say I am known in the woods as Weasel because I live here in the woods and have done for just over 2 years. Yes, I'm known to a few who walk through the woods and who bring me food, but only a handful, if that. My background, well, I did make my money. Well, I once had £3 million in the bank, and I just decided to give up the rat race because the selfishness and you know, all the nastiness which surrounds wealth and everyone wanting a piece of you. So I give it all up. I give to charities and my family, my granddaughter, my grandson, and my daughter, and they know that I'm here living as a hermit, but I asked them to not come to me because they would get upset and I would get upset, and yes, there you go. As you see, I'm living in half shed, half brick building. It was an old building of some sort when I first moved in, and the coronavirus, I've got myself a little radio, and I was going to show you it. It's only small. I'll put that somewhere, and yes, I just live off food which I catch, and a few of just a couple of my friends who I've made friends with over the last couple of years bring me food as well. And it's quite cold, that's why I put this coat on. Yes, although I've got a big beard, I still feel the cold. So I will say goodbye, but before I do, this coronavirus thing has really been getting to me, and the other day I did post a letter to my daughter wishing her the best of luck and my grandkids, and I may just ask them if I can move in with them when all this is finished, because I am missing them so much. Oh, thank you for listening, and God bless you all. Bye bye. And where's that radio?
8th of June 2020. Dear Diary, we are in the Third World War. This time, the war is against an invisible enemy, a virus. We are all in isolation in your houses across the world. However, I had a dream last night and I wanted to share it in your pages. Some scientists knocked on our door to say they have found the solution to coronavirus. It was a vaccine that everyone could have access to and become immune to the virus. I woke up very excited this morning. I can't wait to see the world in a much happier atmosphere, and also all the children like me playing freely in my hometown Frankfurt, my adopted town Amsterdam, here in Sheffield, and all across the world. Despite the fact that we have internet and things such as Netflix to entertain ourselves, I'm still spending much time writing in my diary. Here, I put information about the actual situation, but more than this, I put my hope for better days when we will all be able to hug each other again. I'm looking forward to the day when me and my family will not need to live hiding ourselves anymore. I'm a girl who is only 14 years old, and I would love to have a bright future in a safer world. Through my window, I see a rainbow full of hope and the spring sun beautifully shining in the sky. Hopefully this time, after the war, I will survive, publish my best-selling book, and it will be an important document for the next generations to understand what happened in 2020 during the lockdown. Also, I would like to dream about the day when we will be free of all the kinds of viruses, such as dishonest politicians, all the damage to our environment, hate, racism, gender inequality, and intolerance to migrants and people with different beliefs as well. Hopefully, my dreams come true one day. With love.
Hello, this is Princess Aphrodite. I'm speaking to you from the gardens in my palace. I'm still social distancing and self-isolating, though this quarantine has been going on too long. From this COVID-19, because somebody ate a bat, I heard. Why would anybody eat a bat? How desperate are we? Yeah, the servants had to get me a 2-meter spoon, apparently, to keep their distance from me. Yeah.
My name is Myrtle, Nanny Myrtle, and I'm currently stranded in France, in Paris to be more precise, in a small 5th floor flat in Paris to be absolutely precise. I was posted here before lockdown and hadn't entirely planned to stay quite so long. I've been asked to teach Pierre and Francois English. So I've actually found lockdown quite satisfying and inspiring because I do love rules. I do love living by the rules and I love enforcing rules, and lockdown has really given me the opportunity to enforce more rules and be even more stricter than I normally am. So we have a very regimented programme in this house. So we arise around 6 o'clock and we only have breaks for refreshments and exercise. Exercise is mostly composed of stair workouts. As I said, we live on a 5th floor, so the children, organised and controlled by me, do stair workouts. I tend to just stand there and tell them what to do, as I find I get quite breathless and knitting is quite enough of a workout for me. So other than that, we do many lessons, a lot of English, of course, because I'm really trying to teach the children English. I haven't really seen much of Paris because we've mostly been restrained by, contained by this flat. I did actually buy myself a beret. I never thought I'd wear a beret, but being in France, I thought, you know, when in Rome, do as the Romans do. So I've put this on. It does keep me rather toasty. So yes, thinking of my proudest moments. Before becoming a nanny, I did dabble in the performing arts and landed a show on a local TV station, hosting a show, a local show, which was enjoyable, and I found it gave me very good life skills. But I soon realised that nannying was the career for me, mainly because I love living by the rules and making rules and telling children what to do and helping them to live by the rules. So that is what I do now, and that is what I think I will always keep doing. My favourite hobby, of course, is knitting, which I love to do, and I try to keep going most of the day, even while I'm teaching the children. Hang on a minute. Pierre? No, Pierre, I said listen! I'm going to have to go, that's Pierre. He's not listening, he's being very naughty.
Hello, it's Russ from Manny. I'm talking about COVID-19, which I am sick of. I got my girlfriend, Linda. She was upstairs. She had a bit of a cough. She had a bit of, I don't know, a bit of temperature and that. And now she's just giving me silent treatment upstairs. So I'm spending all my time downstairs. There's no work, so I'm bored off my school during the day. And then like I'm spending nights with my mistress, Miss Artois, Stella. And so me and Stella, she opens up really easy, and I don't get any silent treatment from her, because I'm sick of it from Stella. It's from Linda, sorry. She's just laying upstairs in bed, doing out, eating out, and I'm just really bored of it. Like the COVID thing, I'm sick of. It's just, yeah, everyone's going on about it all the time, and I'm just bored of it.
Greetings to all of you, my fellow citizens of Wakanda. I address you as your President Makunda of the country of Wakanda in this time of crisis, a crisis that's not only affecting our country, Wakanda, it is a crisis that's affecting all countries on this planet, the world over. We are in our 10th week of lockdown, a lockdown that my government and I announced 10 weeks ago. I'm pleased to know that all of you, my fellow countrymen, citizens and countrywomen, are observing this lockdown. The lockdown is very necessary. It is necessary and critical that we observe it so that we save lives. Unfortunately and sadly, some lives have been lost during the lockdown. And my heartfelt condolences go to the families and friends of those people and citizens of Wakanda who have lost their loved ones during this pandemic caused by the coronavirus. My government has set out guidelines, which I said earlier on. I'm pleased that all of you are observing. These guidelines will help us to reduce and lower the death rate in Wakanda, which we have achieved so far. Avoid necessary travel, we said in the beginning. Stay at home, except when it is absolutely necessary that you need to travel.
Are we in? Are we on? Right you are, ladies and gentlemen. Now that you've met our esteemed guests, I wanted to introduce myself. My name is David Davies, and yes, I know what you're thinking. It is the David Davies, the #1 Tom Jones impersonator in the whole of Southwest Wales. Nice to see you. Yes, it is. Now, I will be hosting this event this evening, and it is my absolute pleasure to be introducing this esteemed group of people to yourselves. Now, a little bit about me. When this lockdown started, I didn't know what was going on. I got the wrong end of the stick, to tell you the truth. All this talk of defending ourselves and invisible enemies, well, it had me worried. I thought we were under some kind of invasion or attack or something. I organised the neighbourhood watch and I was training everybody in the front garden. I had poor Mary from number 12 doing press-ups in her front garden. It was only after that I realised it were coronavirus, not corona fighters. Whoa! Well, I never. Anyway, on with proceedings. As I say, it is my joy to be hosting tonight's charity gala event. Now, I hope you enjoyed our little video, and if you would like to stick around, all of our guests will be online to answer any questions you may have. All right, folks, see you in a minute, and enjoy the rest of your evening now.